Hello friends, welcome. This is Sagar Birde. We are discussing about electrical drives. In the previous session, we discussed the control rectifier fed DC separately excited motor drives, both single phase and three phase. In today's session, we'll be discussing about multi-quadrant operation of DC separately excited motor fed from fully controlled rectifier. The multi-quadrant operation with regenerative braking is considered here. In these drives, current control is always provided in order to limit the current within a safe operating limit during the transient operations like speed change, speed reversal, starting and braking. When a closed loop speed control is provided, the current is limited using the inner current loop that we already discussed in the closed loop control topic. Otherwise, the drive is operated with current limit control. Now, three schemes used to limit the current are: first one, single fully controlled rectifier with a reversing switch; second one, dual converter; and third one, single fully controlled rectifier in the armature with field current reversal. All these three schemes are capable of providing four quadrant operation. These are also employed when two quadrant operation, which consists of forward motoring and forward regenerative braking, is required. It may be noted here that a fully controlled converter is capable of providing forward motoring, that is quadrant 1, and reverse regenerative braking, that is quadrant 4 operations. Now we'll discuss these one by one. First, we'll see single fully controlled rectifier with a reversible or a reversing switch. This scheme is shown in the next slide. This is shown here. A fully controlled rectifier feeds the motor through a reversing switch. It is represented as R and S, which this switch is used to reverse the armature connection with respect to the rectifier. A fully controlled rectifier is capable of providing operations in quadrant 1 and quadrant 4. The reversal of the armature connection provides operation in quadrant 3 and quadrant 2. The reversing switch may consist of a relay operated contactor with two normally open and two normally closed contacts. When slow operation and frequent maintenance associated with the contactor is not applicable, reversing switch is realized using 4 thyristors. So we'll be having 4 thyristors, 2 on one side, 2 other side. In between that, the motor will be connected. The speed reversal, that is the transfer of operation from quadrant 1 to 3 or from quadrant 3 to 1, can be done as follows. The firing angle of the rectifier is set at a highest value. Then it works as an inverter and reduces armature current to a zero value. After the zero current is sensed, firing pulse are stopped. A delay time of around 2 to 10 millisecond is provided to make sure that the thyristor which were conducting previously have fully turned off. Such long delay, that is around 2 to 10 millisecond, is required in order to take care of errors during zero current sensing. Now the armature connection is reversed and firing pulses are released with the firing angle set at the highest level. The current control adjusts the firing angle continuously so as to break the motor at the maximum allowable current from initial speed to zero speed and then accelerates the motor in the reverse direction. It accelerates the motor in the reverse direction. The operation at the maximum current during speed reversal ensures braking and acceleration at the maximum motor torque, which ensures the fast reversal of the motor. That is about the first one, that is single fully controlled rectifier with a reversing switch. Second is dual converter. The dual converter, which is as shown in this slide, it consists of two fully controlled rectifiers which are connected in anti-parallel across the armature. You see, this is upward direction, this is downward direction. Both are connected anti-parallel across the armature of the motor. Say power rating is up to around 10 kilowatt. Then single phase fully controlled rectifiers can be used. For higher ratings than this, three phase fully controlled rectifiers can be employed. Rectifier A, this one, rectifier A, which provides a positive motor current and positive voltage in both the directions, allows the motor control in quadrant 1 and 4. The rectifier B provides a motor control in quadrant 3 and quadrant 2 because it gives the negative motor current and voltage in both the directions. There are two methods of control of the dual converter. First is in simultaneous control, both the rectifiers are controlled together. Rectifier A and rectifier B are controlled together in order to avoid the DC circulating current between the rectifiers. These two are operated to produce the same DC voltage across the motor terminals. Hence, the voltage VA plus VB will be equal to 0. If you substitute that like cos alpha A plus cos alpha B, that is equal to 0. If you substitute alpha A and alpha B will be equal to 180 degrees. In a non-simultaneous or non-circulating current control method, one rectifier is controlled at a time. Consequently, no circulating current flows and inductors L1 and L2 are not required. This eliminates the losses associated with the circulating current and weight and volume associated with the inductors. But then discontinuous conduction occurs at lighter loads and control is rather complex. So that is about the dual converter. Next, the third one, the field current reversal. The field current reversal scheme is shown here. Armature is fed from a fully controlled rectifier and the field from a dual converter so that field current can be reversed. With field current in one direction, the motor operates in quadrants 1 and 4. When field current is reversed, it operates in other quadrants, that is quadrant 3 and quadrant 2. The dual converter operates with non-simultaneous control. So, to change the or to reverse the speed, we follow this. The armature rectifier firing angle is set at the highest value to force the armature current to 0 and then firing pulses are withdrawn. The firing angle of rectifier which supplies the field is now set at the highest value. It operates as an inverter now and the field current is forced to 0. After a suitable what you call rest time, or say the dead time, next rectifier, that is the second one, is activated at the lowest firing angle. When the field current has nearly settled and the motor back EMF has reversed, the firing pulses of the armature rectifier are released so as to set the firing angle at the highest value. Now, the current control loop adjusts the firing angle continuously to brake and then to accelerate the motor at a constant current to the desired speed in the opposite direction or the reverse direction. So, this operates in all four quadrants when you reverse the field current. So, this is about the multi-quadrant operation of the DC separately excited motor, which is fed from fully controlled rectifier. In the next session, we will be discussing about the rectifier control of DC series motor. Thank you.